Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
We're the RC Sailors, and we're at the airfield today to test this XK drone. This is a drone that comes in around $60 with optical flow positioning. I'm very excited to take a look at this and really see how it flies. So let's see what comes in the box and then get it in the air. Before we take a closer look at this, I want to show you guys this little car. Remember just a few days ago we had this on the channel. It was that indoor little buggy we did. A lot of fun, and for the price it's pretty great. Now we're going to do something a little different with this. We've done this in the past, but it's been a while. If the video that we're watching right now, hits 1,500 likes, 1,500 likes, which is nothing because my drone flyaway video got 1,800 likes, then we'll give this away in a future video. Very simple. Hit like. When the whole group gets 1,500, then we're going to pick somebody. We will pick anyone from this video right here, the drone video that you're watching now. You leave a comment, any old comment will do just fine, and that will enter you into the giveaway. So when it hits 1,500 likes, we'll give away the car, and then we'll pick somebody that commented in this video. So let's take a look at this drone, see what you get in the box. You get the drone itself, of course, and it actually looks really nice. I'm excited because XK generally does a very good job. They're right up there in top quality for toy grade drones. This is a good size drone. You could almost fly this inside. I say it's almost a little too big to fly inside, but they do give you prop guards that are very easy to install. They just slip right onto both sides there, and then it'd be a lot safer to fly inside. And you have 4 spare props. You get a little screwdriver here, and this is your camera mounting gear for your FPV system. You're going to put this on the transmitter so you can mount your phone to that for the FPV. It is Wi-Fi FPV. You have a rechargeable battery. This is a LiPo battery, and it is a little proprietary. Unfortunately, they put this casing around it, so you have to plug it into this shell to charge it, and then that's how it plugs into the drone as well. So, you know, proprietary, I don't know, it's pretty well frowned upon these days, but if the drone performs well, then it may be worth it. You get your instruction manual, and then let's take a look at the transmitter, because that's really pretty nice too. And this does have altitude hold. Both sticks are spring loaded, and so we know that means we don't have to worry about throttle management. When we tell it to go up, we just push up a bit, let off the stick, and it should hover pretty well in place. Now there is a slot here on the side for a micro SD card, so we're going to record the flights directly to the drone in this case, which is very nice. And the camera looks like it should be fairly decent quality for a toy grade drone. Now, I mentioned at the beginning an optical flow positioning system. There's a downward facing camera on this drone, and that it uses to see the grass or the gravel, whatever you're flying over, to know, okay, I'm moving a little to the left, I need to compensate some and come back. And it acts a lot like a GPS. We had one of these on the channel a few weeks ago that worked really well. It was a folding arm drone, and I highly recommended it.
It was $60 too.
$60. So I'm excited to see how this compares to that one, because it's right there in that same price point. So we're going to categorize it with that and pretty well directly compare it to that drone as far as the performance goes, because that one was exceptional. So I hope that this one does well too, because XK usually does very good. Let's put this in the air and see how it does. Notice the drone is on the helipad in the tall grass. Look just to the left of it, there's no tall grass. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Let's go ahead and start our camera. Usable Wi-Fi signal so far,
and it's saving directly to the phone.
Well, I hope that it's also saving to the micro SD card.
We hope, but yeah. I saw it was saving to the phone.
Cool. Let's do auto takeoff. We may have to start the motors to do that auto takeoff. Yeah, both sticks down and out starts the motors. That's definitely our auto takeoff button, but it doesn't seem to be functioning, so that's okay. Let's just start the motors and push up on the throttle. That's just what the instructions said as far as the auto takeoff. Now, I pushed up on the throttle. We have a breeze coming from right to left. So we should see the drone getting pushed from right to left pretty strong. Right now, it's staying in place. That is good. That is very good. You want to flip the mic around, Abby?
Oh.
That's okay. It's gonna, we hear some clanking and stuff for a second here, guys. but it should sound a little better now once we're flipped around.
Forgot.
That's okay. That takeoff, they could hear about how loud the drone was a little better. All right, so I haven't touched the controls this whole time, and we're drifting a tiny bit, but it's a pretty good breeze. So the visual positioning system is working really well. Let's go ahead and fly around a little bit and see how it performs with some input on the sticks. All right, it's flying pretty well. My Wi-Fi signal, let's see how actually usable it is. Now I let off on the stick out there, and it drifted for quite a bit. I'd say probably 20-30 feet before the visual positioning system kicked in. So there's a bit of a delay on it, but it's rock solid now, and the wind has picked up. So it's doing pretty good. Maybe not as good as that other one, the folding arm drone yet, but I still haven't flown this very long. So I'm gonna step out here and see if I can fly just Wi-Fi.
Okay. So we've got the quad back there. Nate's not looking at it, so he's testing how that ranges with the Wi-Fi signal to see if you can actually fly at FPV. And he's still looking down. Bring it toward you.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's kind of a slow process.
Bump up the rates
Well,
so you can fly faster.
I mean it's slow because there's a delay in the Wi-Fi. So
Oh.
I don't want to overshoot it.
So there is a delay.
But it's Wi-Fi FPV, and I'm not surprised. Okay. It's a little on the twitchy side, so what I would want to do is use it to line up a shot, but not necessarily fly with, unless maybe you're within 30-foot range or something. This is in the lowest rate, and it's struggling to keep up with the wind, so let's pop it in the higher rate, and maybe the visual positioning system will work a little better. So you click the left stick, supposedly, to hit the higher rates, and it does seem like it's got a steeper pitch to it now.
You're flying this so far away, I can't
Yeah,
even
I'm
see it.
coming in closer. I'm definitely coming in closer. So here we are, we're back. The higher rates are helping quite a bit. Although it takes a minute. When I let go of the stick, that is the wind pushing that away. So
Right now?
It was, yes. It takes a minute for sure for it to kick in. It did great on that takeoff, but look, I'm gonna let off on the stick. And okay, it's caught it. It's caught it here. Little better, little better. I've got a sneeze coming on here. Excuse me.
Good job. Allergies. They have been a thing in our household for the last 2.5 weeks or so.
Allergies are so bad right now. Okay, the visual positioning system held while I sneezed, so that's good. I click the stick again and we're back in the lower rates. We are just barely moving forward. Click the stick again and we can go a little faster. So the rates are very low on this, even in the highest rate. It's flying okay. It does sound like a swarm of mosquitoes with those tiny brushed motors, but you know, it's okay. It's just maybe not great. The Wi-Fi FPV is usable to line up a shot. I would say that the camera quality is a little better than the folding arm drone that we featured for $60 with a visual positioning system, but I think that the flight performance of the folding arm drone is actually a little bit better. Now remember, I told you I was going to talk about why I took off from that little helipad there in the tall grass. Well, a lot of people have been kind of wondering why I've been using that on this short grass here, because we have pretty much golf course quality grass. But the idea is, if you're not lucky enough to have a cool spot to fly like this at our club, then, and maybe you only have access to a tall grass field, you bring your helipad out like that, and you actually have a place to take off and land, and you don't have to, oh, I missed it. I missed it.
Wow, embarrassing.
Oh, it's okay. We all make mistakes.
I don't. I never make mistakes.
It's your turn to fly then. All right, Abby's at the controls since she never makes mistakes.
Okay, motors are started. It's hard to hear it if you start the motors.
Yeah, from this distance, yeah. So yeah, the idea is maybe we'd be standing closer to the helipad too there, but you could take off and land and not have to weed eat a big spot and mow it down really short or something.
Yeah, it is kind of weird, like you let off the controls.
And it doesn't lock in place yet, does it? It will eventually, but it takes it a second. So it's okay. I love that I love that these altitude hold drones, if you're going to have altitude hold, let's do the visual positioning system too, you know? Because it just goes hand in hand. It makes it easier on the flying part. But like you guys saw just the other day, we had a Bugs 3. That is a type of drone you want to fly where you want to have more control over it. You've got your handle on this monopod set up to where it's sticky, so
I know,
it's hard for me to track the drone.
Sorry.
That's not cool.
Don't use the handle.
Well, I mean, if I pitch up at all, it gets stuck.
I can do it, you can do it.
Well, I'm doing it.
You didn't hear me complaining. See, I'm perfect. I don't make mistakes.
Gee, Manise. Oh.
But I probably...
Remember, she's pregnant.
I probably can't land on the helipad.
Let's do it. You're perfect. Let's do a perfect landing on the helipad. Go, go, go.
It's hard though, because every time I let off the stick, it goes backwards.
Pause the video. Will she do it or not?
Probably not.
Miss Perfect. Miss Perfect will land perfectly.
Oh, did you see that? That was good. Through the post.
So remember, she is actually in the process of landing right now. Everybody just remember that. Oh, perfect landing. So perfectly in the tall grass. And while you were perfecting your perfect landing out there, I fixed the perfect handle on the monopod. See what you got. Oh yeah? Is that why it landed there?
The lights flashing. So it really did land there.
Okay. Well, maybe this isn't so perfect after all. It was okay. It definitely has some flaws, but if this was the type of thing you got as a gift, then there's some enjoyment to be had in there. The visual positioning system did not work perfectly. It definitely took about a second or two for it to recognize, okay, I'm drifting off, time to lock in place. The other folding arm drone that we featured, it has a funny name, I just can't remember the name of it. It recognized that it needed to lock in place, and it was windier than it is today. I think that its flight performance was better in comparison to this. I do like that this has a dedicated memory card slot holder, so the camera quality is going to look a little better than what we saw on that folding arm drone with the visual positioning system. But here's the good news. Even if you don't buy this, and you probably shouldn't, to be honest, we're going to start seeing more and more drones with a camera on the bottom so that it can lock in place. That makes it cheaper than having a GPS, and at times that can function better. Sometimes we see a GPS drone like the JJ Pro, what was it called, the X3 I think, that we did with brushless motors and a very nice quality build for $160 or so, and had the GPS, but it started to toilet bowl and fly out of control. If it had the downward facing camera, maybe that would have helped lock it in place. So I think we're going to see more and more and more of that, but this one is kind of on the fence. If it was me telling any of my close friends what to buy, I would say go with the folding arm drone.
Yeah,
I'll
that's what I would say
in the top of the video. But if you already have that one and you just like XK, you know, it's not the worst thing we've ever had on the channel by far, so it does okay. Regardless, we'll have this linked in the description box below, and we'll have the helipad linked in the description box below. And remember, if this video hits 1,500 likes, then in a future video, we will pick a comment from this video, this one, not this one, this one, because I guarantee we're gonna have hundreds of comments.
You're watching right now.
We'll get hundreds of comments on this video right here for this car. This video, somebody will win, we'll ship it to you. It doesn't matter what country you live in. This could be yours.
1,500 likes, challenge, go.
Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.